What up, Heel Faction? Welcome back to Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. I'm Dark Chords, that's Draven Grimes, this is Talkin' Shit, and we're going over Survivor Series, and this is Talkin' Shit, so it won't just be what moves there were, okay? Going over Survivor Series, we got Rock being a fucking mark, and if there's time, we'll get into some other shit. Right now. After this.
Cool. Living fast, we ain't slowing down. Always ready to turn heads around. Heel shit podcast, where the bad boys reign. Never following the norm, always causing pain.
How you doing, man?
A little bit better day by day.
That's
A little
good.
bit better. Yeah.
So, I don't know what I did, but I think we're only streaming to YouTube and Twitch right now.
Yeah, I've not got the kick notification yet.
Yep. Don't know why. Fuck it. If you're on YouTube, take advantage of it.
Yep.
Wherever you're watching us from, please give us a like and subscribe or follow, whatever you're watching. Also, while the merch on the merch store has been changed to non-Black Friday prices, I just noticed that I didn't change the prices on the YouTube store, so you can get this at cost still. And maybe I'll change it tomorrow. Maybe not.
Maybe.
So, what's going on in your world?
Oh, another beautiful day in paradise. My boss certainly knows how to toy my emotions. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Making sure this is the actual card. This looks like the actual card. Good enough. Yep, that's good enough for me. So, as one does, I like to check my pay stub the day before just so I can figure out what money's going where and what can be put in savings and what can be called my below me money, so to speak, which is usually generally little to none, but it is what it is. And I check it, and it's not the amount that I'm expecting.
Hmm.
It's actually kind of it's well below because typically my typical paycheck is racked up with the overtime. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm noticing there's about a couple $100 missing. So I go in and I start investigating. Next thing you know, I'm looking at the actual stub itself, and it says bonus.
Mm.
So as any typical person would do, they would leave that the fuck alone. But I'm not a typical person. I sometimes to a fault, I'm an honest
Gotta
person.
get to the bottom of this.
Yes, I do. So I call my boss. He doesn't answer. So I call the next best thing. I call his wife, who is basically over that particular part of the company. Anyway, I'm like, hey, so I think there's a mistake. You put a bonus on my account for tomorrow to get put in. So if you need me to, I'll just go pull it out and hand you the cash back. And she was like, "Oh no. You've earned that. Matter of fact, you are like one of only two people that's getting that this year, and enjoy that. That just shows that you've worked your ass off, and you've earned your keep, and we wanted to just give you a little thank you." I was like,
Oh yeah, bro, that's awesome.
next thing you know, I got tears coming down my fucking face, and I'm like, you have no idea how fucking broke we are right now because of this move, and having to put more money into the car. It's just like, yeah, it's like the big fucking relief. And no, I'm not saying by any means that my job's easy. I know my job's hard. I work my ass off. You know this
Oh, for sure.
because you hear me bitch about it quite a bit.
For sure.
But it's nice to know that I generally work for good people, because that is very few and far between in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she made old Dravy Wavy cry. But that was this morning. We're here tonight. We're here to talk some shit. We're here to talk shit about the biggest mark in the history of fucking wrestling. So, and I ain't talking about Hulk Hogan.
In the history of markdom. So, you remember back at SummerSlam?
Bad Blood.
Bad Blood?
Yeah, it was Cody and Roman versus Bloodline. It was
Okay.
main event of Bad Blood.
So
Because they
remember
opened
back
the show with Hell in a Cell.
So, guys, remember back when... I'll cut that shit out. Remember back at Bad Blood?
We're doing it live! Fuck it!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Ow, hurts. Ow. Ow, shit. Ow, fuck. Ow. Ow.
All right.
Ow.
No more laughing.
Okay. No, fuck that. That's what we're here for. I suffer for my art.
So, you guys remember back at Bad Blood after Cody Rhodes teaming with Roman beat the New Bloodline, and The Rock made a huge surprise. He came out, he did his 1, 2, 3 thing, he slit his throat, and he was like, he had his I need to have a belt to feel relevant belt over his shoulder. And you remember how it was, a real, like, everyone was talking about what could happen in the future because of this. Like, this was going to spark a long-term storyline. Maybe even the WrestleMania.
Us included.
Nope. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not the case. The Rock just wanted to be on TV.
For fucking 2 minutes.
Yep. The Rock just wanted to be on TV. No other fucking reason.
Oh, never mind. Mark.
Mark.
Term Mark. You look up Mark in the wrestling dictionary. At this point, you see Dwayne The Rock Johnson fucking picture right next to it.
And he's got that phony belt that he carries around because he thinks he's important.
It's the People's Championship.
Yes, the People's Championship, yeah. The more and more I hear about Dwayne as a backstage or an executive, the more and more this people is disliking him. All right. I loved his movies. I love...
Debatable.
What, his movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them.
He had some hit and misses.
He did.
Yes.
So, yeah. If you guys were thinking that, the real tribal chief was coming out to help Solo anytime soon, yeah. No point in this whatsoever.
I don't think Roman's going to help Solo anytime soon because he is the real tribal chief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
anyway,
yes.
so
let's see another little bit of piece of news before we go into the Survivor Series review. Guess who was on NXT last night? 2 nights ago. Eric fucking Bischoff. Guess what happened to the NXT rating? It's their lowest rating all year. All right, fuck Eric Bischoff. Everything he touches turns to shit. Garbage.
I don't know any other words for garbage, so we're burning pile of trash. There we go.
Yes, garbage.
Garbaggio. There we go.
Garbage,
Make it
as they
Italian.
say in France.
Just put EO at the end of it. Makes it Italian. Fuck it.
Yeah, I know, dude. Product Ben Judd. Nice to thank you for joining the chat. He says nerds and marks can't write edgy TV on Raw Netflix. Yeah, they came out today or yesterday or today and explicitly said we're not changing our rating. Same shit gonna happen. Same family friendly, same no cursing. They're just gonna be the same old bullshit.
Here's what I think is gonna happen with that. They're gonna keep the current rating that they have. They're just gonna see how far they can push that before they have to pull back. I think that's why USA's really been a little more, what's the word, edgy as of late.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to see how far they can push it before they got to start pulling it back. So unfortunately, as the way it sounds, January 6th, we're not going to hear from Davenport, Iowa, Seth fucking Rollins, unfortunately.
Mm.
Hell, it might be a step back. It might be Seth flipping Rollins.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because I'm telling you right now, fucking 15, 20 years ago, you're not going to have anyone fucking come out with a moniker of blank freaking blank.
No. But the reason that this shit is happening like this is because they're still gonna depend on ads. I thought when we went to Netflix, we were gonna have one or two uncensored hours or edited, no commercial breaks, and a little more, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and piggyback off Braddock just said, Triple H said that the WWE is going to be better than the Attitude Era. What I think he meant by that is not necessarily better, because it kind of falls into three categories. You're either better than, less than, or different than. And I feel when Triple H said that it was going to be better than, it was more falling into the different than, because we're really going into uncharted waters right now with the Netflix deal.
Yeah.
Whereas, we kind of played with it in the early 2000s. Sometimes they have that 11:05 mark go to like 11:15, sometimes 11:30 the latest.
Right.
Let's say that fucking main event slot fucking goes fucking 45 minutes past what it's supposed to. There's nothing stopping it.
True.
I feel that at some point they are gonna raise the rating of it to more of an adult context, because let's face it, it's in the fucking cards. I mean, I understand wanting to be family friendly. I understand you're wanting to portray to the kids, but the kids that you're portraying to are getting older, and the kids that you were portraying to 20 years ago are now the fucking adults. It's just the natural evolution of this business.
Right. I agree. I think what he might mean, and it could be, I mean, they're a publicly traded company, or they have been for a while.
Mm-hmm.
His responsibility is to the company. He probably just means it's going to continue being the best financial situation that they've, the biggest draws they've ever had, which is.
I mean, they're literally.
Oh, they're what is that?
They're printing money hand over hand. Dude.
Serious. It's crazy.
I've never seen this company be this successful, and that's including the Attitude Era. Yes, I understand once the ratings war started going their way, they fucking blew up. But as far as finances are concerned, this is the biggest this company's ever fucking been.
Agreed.
So,
yeah, right. I mean, and look, I love AEW, but you cannot. If you're an AEW fan, please don't try to take the position that WWE isn't at the top of its fucking game right now. All right, I'm an AEW fan, but WWE is fucking rocking the world right now. Like, it's never been hotter, and you can't ignore that. I mean, it's. And they put on great shows. I mean, that's the thing, is that when we were talking about the styles of wrestling, that's why WWE has always been, basically, except for the 83 weeks, a higher rated TV show, is because there's more story, there's more theatrics, and they've built something that it would be retarded for anyone to try to duplicate.
And to try to piggyback off what you said, why WWE is so successful, I should say. I'm sorry, I'm tired and I'm hurting.
Yeah.
It's their consistency. They're consistent in their stories and in who they're building. Whereas, and I understand you're an AEW fan, and this is just me from what little bit I watched looking in. From one week to another, they would be building up a one set of guys, and the next week, those set of guys aren't even on fucking TV, not even for a fucking promo or something. Then they're trying to build up this other set of fucking guys for no fucking reason. And, a couple of these guys that were setting up were the ones that were getting fucking put down by the guys they were setting up the week before.
I guess I could say this. I still prefer the in-ring product in AEW. but the creative has been shit this year. Just absolute shit.
I would argue it'd have been shit longer than that, dude. And I would even argue, like, even while Punk was there, the creative was shit. And that's that's saying something for me.
Predix says, do you know why they aren't telling the fans, called the Nerds and Marks, that it's a family-friendly show? They did. It was all over the dirt sheets, all over Fightful, all over everything in the past couple of days. That NickCon specifically said we're not changing our rating. We're staying family-friendly, advertiser-friendly, and it's all advertise and draw on.
Yeah.
Like, if they didn't have to have commercials during their shit on Netflix, then it wouldn't have a rating.
Yeah. That's about as simple as it gets. All
right, well, let's
I'm telling you, if Tony would just pick up that phone,
yeah, man,
call a couple of the boys that know how to write proper TV shows and be consistent. They
yep,
could probably have that shit turned around in 6 months. You know,
probably.
I'm not hard to get a hold of. I'm just saying.
All right, we're gonna throw it to our first commercial break, and we will be right back to talk about Survivor Series. Let me introduce you to our new sponsor, Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. Check this out. They sent us this huge box of samples with all these amazing flavors, from traditional flavors like the OG and ranch, to unique flavors like cinnamon churro and my favorite, backyard barbecue.
Absolutely, man. Let's not forget the garlic parmesan, the cracked black pepper, and my personal favorite, the maple brown sugar. It is grade A, phenomenal, my guy.
So me, Draven, and Miner all sat down, went through all these flavors. Of course, we each had our favorite, but one thing we agreed on, this is an amazing brand. If you're a sunflower seed eater, definitely need to check this out. If you're not a sunflower seed eater, you still need to check these out because they got a flavor that you like, without question. Miner's favorite was dill pickle. I like the barbecue. Use the link in the description and enjoy. Thank you, Smackin'. If you guys want to check out the link in the description, you get 20% off with our link when you check out. Couldn't say enough good things about Smackin'. Like, if you go to ball games, if you like just snacking on sunflower seeds, holy shit. Eat some of that motherfucker. All right.
All right, where do we start? We want to start this just by how I got it racked up on my screen, or do we want to go from beginning to end?
Let's go beginning to end.
All right.
Hold on a second. Praddock, why doesn't WWE use red, blue, or black ring ropes anymore? What color ring ropes do they use now? Only white ropes for PLE.
Yeah, they're doing the white ones.
Hey, Dylan.
I think the rope color, and this is just my opinion of it, it just shows better on TV, and it shows better to the fans.
Yeah, the way they have their lining set up, it's not dim and dark like AEW, so those ring ropes really pop.
Yeah, it's just more or less just for television's sake. So, opening up War Games.
War Games.
Thank you, sir.
We're starting in the main card. Who gives a fuck about the pre-show?
I didn't watch the pre-show.
Me neither.
So if we were supposed to watch the pre-show, I apologize. Put $10 and put it in our Cash App, Venmo, or whatever, and we'll watch it. But for War Games, we're starting off with the women's War Games, which is the team of Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Io Sky, and Bailey versus Liv Morgan, Raquel.
That's a whole fucking team of bays, dog. That whole team is smoking.
Yeah, well, I call Bailey. Fuck off. Anyway,
all
versus
right.
Liv Morgan, Raquel, whatever the fuck her last name is this week, the Refrigerator Nia Jax, the Barbie doll, and the Pixie. Have at it, my guy. I know you got notes.
Dude. First off, they fucked up from the beginning. Why they put somebody who has the worst cardio in the WWE in first on a match that's going to go almost an hour and a half. Whose fucking idea was that? That was dumb as shit. Nia was blitzed before her next teammate came out.
I would argue that was probably a Bruce Pritchard call.
It was the dumbest shit ever. She should have come in as the last wrecking ball.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah, you got to save the Giants for the end. Like you can't put Big Show out there to go 100 minutes in a fucking. Come on, dog. You can't do that.
I don't know. Maybe 70s Andre could have done it, but not 80s Andre.
How many botches did you count in the first 5 minutes? Like at least 4.
I lost count. I'm not gonna lie. It was bad. It was fucking.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
It was a botch fest, dude.
Trying to do this by memory, but fuck it, I'll pull up my show notes.
I got your show notes right here.
Okay. All right. Nia's chair shots. Holy fuck.
I got one word for you. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Are you ready? Brother. They're fucking Hogan shots.
Like it's bad. All right. And then it wasn't just her. Like LeRae was hitting chair shots like that. Fucking even Bianca came in and started hitting horrible fucking chair shots. Come on, dog. Come on.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I will say is I was really impressed by Candice LeRae in this. Like, I knew she could go, but she didn't look out of place there.
No. I think I said it while we were watching it that night. And this was no disrespect to her. She works like a guy.
Yep.
And it's fucking awesome. That's the difference that she can bring to this table, but she just needs that opportunity to actually show it on a weekly basis.
Yeah. Going through here, I have a note about a baseball bat shot. Was that? Why did I make a note about that? Something about somebody took a nasty looking baseball shot. But I don't.
Yeah, Rhea did to the fucking back, and you heard the contact on the fucking camera.
That's right. Yeah, she got belted by that fucking thing. Of course, when Io Sky is in there, you got to have something big off the top. So she did her trash can moonsault, but to make it different this time, Tiffany Stratton also did it. Hey Rose, good to meet you.
She did a swanton off the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
Both look phenomenal.
Yeah, they both were amazing. The next note I have for this is Rhea hitting the Riptide from the top rope through a table on Liv for the win. There's something like Rhea. I don't know where she goes from here because before they put out the brackets, everyone was saying she should be the first women's intercontinental. No, she can't go down the card.
Mm-mm.
She has to be at the top of the card. And when is she gonna? Where do you think? First of all, what did you think of the match? And then, secondly, where do you think Rhea goes?
Am I fantasy booking this, or am I like just trying to see what they're trying to do? Which way you want me to run on that one?
One of each.
All right. If it was me,
Yep.
I would do what they did with Becky Lynch in, I think it was 2018 or 2019, where they have Liv and Rhea work at the beginning of the night at the Royal Rumble. Have her fucking lose by like disqualification or something, right? Then have Rhea come in as a surprise entrant towards the end of the Women's Royal Rumble. Have her go over. Have that story finish off at WrestleMania, where she wins the fucking title back from Liv finally.
Mm-hmm.
How I think they're going to do it They're not going to do anything for Saturday night's main event.
Mm.
If they do, it'll be like a mixed tag thing with Liv and Dom and Rhea and
Yeah.
maybe Damien or something, somehow, some way. Just because, you know, Finn's kind of poking his head back into Damien's shit, which means Damien's having issues with Judgment Day, Rhea's having issues with Judgment Day, Terror Twins versus Judgment Day, blah, blah, blah. Feel good moment at Saturday night's main event, which would then lead into a match with Rhea and Liv at the Royal Rumble, where knowing their booking, they would probably finally let fucking Rhea go over.
Mm-hmm.
And then just have Liv cash in her rematch clause at Elimination Chamber. And knowing how WWE is these days, they'll have a fucking women's Elimination Chamber match to fucking have it contested for that particular championship, because more than likely they're going to try to fucking build up the SmackDown title. So the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble is going to be going to the fucking main event with the fucking SmackDown title.
Mm.
But that's just off the top of my head.
Dylan Holden just said, "Love you, shit guys," and I'm like, should I take that as a compliment?
I'm pretty sure he just forgot the hard R there on the your. So yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that.
Like, is he calling us shit guys, or is he like, we love the heel shit?
He loves your heels. He
All
loves
right.
your heel shit.
All
All
right. Love y'all
so,
guys too.
all right,
Let's
so
see.
anything taken away from this? Rhea looked strong as always. Candace fucking showed up and showed out as she should.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany held her own. I'm actually quite proud of her for that one. The rest of them, just they were there. They were there. The chairs weren't necessary for this. I mean, y'all had a better chance of just flinging the chairs like fucking Jay did later in the night. I understand why they wouldn't have done that, you know, and fucking both of them. So, yeah.
I love EO in these matches. Like,
Dude, she shows up and she shows out every
she's
fucking
amazing.
time.
She should.
Yeah,
I mean, she should be in title contention, like perennially.
Maybe that's where they go with the Royal Rumble. Maybe they let her go to the Royal Rumble and they redo Becky versus EO. Maybe Becky EO 2 fucking main event of WWE Women's Championship again. It's possible. I mean, they had a good showing last year. I feel it could have been better.
Yep.
So, all right, moving on.
Yep.
Where's the fucking shit up? Let's see. Next match is LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I know you got some shit to talk about this.
What the
My
fuck?
guy.
What the fuck? All right, look.
I'm waiting.
LA Knight has been a star, all right, for a while.
Mhm.
He's beaten. He's had a great run, all right. But the ease in which they let Shinsuke win the belt, like, defies reality. Like, you just spent a decade and a half booking him like you have no fucking idea what you're doing. And now he's coming back redone and he just is awesome now? Like, how do you make that work? How do you cross that? You can't book Japanese wrestlers for shit. You bring him back in Shredder's outfit and now he's the greatest. Like, I know New Japan's Shinsuke was a badass, all right? But you got to admit that since he's been in the WWE, he's been absolute dog shit. All right? And it's booking. It's booking. But I don't and we know kayfabe, blah 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 blah. But what I'm saying is you can't spend a decade telling me that this guy is no better than any other random mid-carder, and now you're supposed to get us to expect him to just to be a world beater. Like, it just doesn't work for me.
I'm right there with you, but if I may, you're on You're on the right track as far as how they were booking. But his booking really went to shit once he left NXT. Once he got to the main roster, once Vince got a hold of him, that's where it went to shit. When he was in NXT, he was basically New Japan Shinsuke Nakamura in NXT. He had fucking banger after fucking banger after. Sorry, Sheamus, on a copyright infringement. Fuck off. We're both gingers, but still. But once he came to NXT, but once he came to WWE, once he did the Raw, once he did SmackDown, he just fell at the wayside. And I hate to say it, it's not just Japanese guys, but in that era, that was all NXT call-ups. Every fucking one of them.
Yeah.
As far as this current gimmick, I like it. I like where it's going. I do feel they pulled the trigger too soon on the title change. I feel that could have been
A decent feud.
built up. It could have been built. I mean, it probably will be built up to the Royal Rumble, but the title shouldn't have changed there.
Right.
So, I mean, other than that, I mean, those look good. 3 out of 5 for me. I mean, as far as performance.
Yeah, I mean, I like the look, obviously. It's more up my alley. The couple of things that I thought were pretty cool during the match is Cole actually mentioned the IWGP Championship. I don't know what's going on in chat. So, that was a big thing. Other than that, the match was what it was. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it is. All right. So, moving on. We got the triple threat IC title. Sheamus versus Ludwig versus Breaker. Sheamus and fucking Breaker fucking showed up and they beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, they fucking did.
But this match has kind of got me being a fan of Kaiser.
Really?
He reminds me of a young Randy, just by how smooth and how arrogant he fucking is.
He's up there. He always looks like he's currently being fucked in the ass though.
Like, I mean, you're not wrong there.
Like, not like just did, but like currently there's a cock in his ass. He looks like that all the time. All the time. Anyway.
You just had to fucking... You can't let him have his flowers for fucking more than 30 seconds.
I think I gave him at least 25.
Oh my god. You put that in the fucking notes too.
Yeah, because I didn't. That hit my, and I was like, I'm not gonna remember this that day. I'm saying this shit. Yeah, taking a note down. Breaker wins. He had one of the greatest flying shoulder tackles in history, coming out of nowhere on the outside to destroy Kaiser.
Dude, he looked like fucking Dragunov doing that fucking Moscow torpedo.
Yeah. He's just phenomenal. I mean, he's gonna be the world champion real quick.
Next 2 years, I'm calling it now.
Absolutely. So I thought it was a really good match, hard-hitting match, what you'd expect. I dig it.
Yeah. Speaking of hard-hitting matches, we now have the World Heavyweight Championship match between Damian Priest and Walter.
So. Well, what did you think of the last match? You didn't really give us your breakdown of it.
I mean, it was very straightforward. They had Kaiser play the Cowardly Heel. They had Sheamus play the Wily Vet, and they had Breaker play the Greenhorn, who's been basically handed everything at this point. But now that he has it, he's proven why he has it. So I'm good with all of it. Okay. I really want to see Kaiser kind of break away from Imperium and really do more single stuff like this. I think this is where his wheelhouse is, so to speak.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got next? Oh, the Gunther and Priest. I don't like this new insecure Gunther. Like, this whole thing that they've done during this feud with Damian Priest. Like,
they built this up specifically to say, hey, we're gonna put Gunther over, but we're gonna make Damian look really strong while we do it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that.
No. Damien is a badass. He looked strong their first match. I mean, I don't get why they would have to take some of the armor off of Gunther. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I kind of do. I mean, Damian is really his current biggest threat to that title. I mean, out of everybody he's worked so far, he's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got the experience to challenge Walter, whatever. He's Walter to me, so fuck off. This match, I love how they feigned the shoulder injury and they worked the entire match around that shoulder injury.
Yeah.
The entire match, except for the last fucking 2 minutes of it, was a classic. The finish of the match, I felt, brought it down. I kind of understand why they did that, so they can bring back that feud and kind of finish it off, probably at Royal Rumble. But I don't think it was necessary for the second time have Damian get screwed by Finn for Walter to leave with the title.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those things where the build up to this match was Walter was basically the underdog in this match, and he needed to prove that he could beat Damian one-on-one. And we kind of got shitted out of that.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm so done with Balor getting in. I mean, this priest shit with the Judgment Day has gotten stale to me.
Well, I was reading the dirt sheets, as one does on his lunch break today, and I know how we are with Sports Keto, and we can only take their shit with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But Ringside also posted this as well.
Okay.
Is that going into 25, Balor is going to have a very prominent singles run, which they're speculating that if Balor and Priest either work Rumble or work WrestleMania, they're going to bring the Demon King back for that particular match.
Okay.
So hopefully it's going to be better than what happened with Edge. Just putting it out there.
Yeah. So after Balor's interference, Gunther wins with some bullshit version of a head and arm choke.
Yeah.
And then they went into it. Look, why are they adding 2 new women's belts? This apparently was a part of the show where they went through like the intercontinental brackets and all that bullshit, whatever. But why the fuck is there gonna be more women's belts?
I don't know, dude. Read my lips. I don't know. I can't even speculate on this because we talked about this back in March about them getting a secondary singles title. But they've got WWE is basically at this point copying what AEW does. AEW has like fucking counting Ring of Honor stuff, about 12, 13 titles. Not counting their unofficial titles.
Well, now counting NXT, WWE probably has more.
18.
Fuck.
18 titles from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and the fucking Speed Championship for whatever god awful reason. And it's probably going to be 19 because they were heavily fucking hinting that they're going to redo a hardcore title.
God damn it! I don't understand it.
Like, there is such a thing as too much. Less is more.
There's there's very little dichotomy between. There's not a lot of like shit and then pretty good shit and then mid-carders and then upper mid. Like, you don't have that delineation in women's wrestling right now. You've got thanks for showing up. You've got shit like Maxine Dupree, and then you have serviceable. And I guess that's gonna be your middle, like everybody from Ivy Nile to Carrie Singh. Like, is this gonna be your middle ground? Like, because there's
I
only
don't know.
4 or 5 that deserve to be called headliners.
I agree with that. I
So
agree.
I don't know what they're fucking thinking. But that was just a tangent. I guess they're just doing a vignette on that.
They at this point, like the only good takeaway from them debuting these titles, it just shows how good the IC title looks on a white strap. That's the only takeaway I got from
It
this.
looks great. It looks great. All the belts with the white strap look good. Like, I guess it's because it's so different than what has been. I don't know.
I don't know. Remember we had the universal titles in blue and red, depending on what brand they're on.
Yeah, it's
Those look
fucking
like
horrible.
shit.
That was garbage.
No, I think for me, it's just the nostalgia of the IC strap being white. That's just the
Oh
strap I
yeah,
grew up with.
yeah. I didn't even connect that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah.
Yep. All
Okay.
right.
All right. So what's next?
The main event.
The
my
main
guy.
event.
Yeah, we're already there, my guy.
All right. So what did you feel about Solo's team coming out all together, including Bronson Reed, who's not in the bloodline, all coming out together versus I kind of expected Sammy to come out first and separately because he was the hometown boy. They're in
Mm-hmm.
Montreal. Everybody loves him. Okay. And I expected Punk to come out alone because he doesn't roll with anybody. But I really expected the original 3 bloodline to come out together. And even they didn't come out together. So what do you
All
make
right.
of that?
This at first it was perplexing to me, but I sat down and thought about this the following day. So as far as Solo's bloodline is concerned, there is one leader, there is one tribal chief. That left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
There's one head guy, and then everybody falls in line with him, right? Whereas this iteration of the original bloodline, there is no leader. They are all on equal footing, which means they all have equal time. So for me, to see them all come out separately shows that no one is greater than the other, except for Jey Uso with his fucking 20-minute fucking yeet entrance.
Dude,
Um,
I gotta tell you,
okay.
nobody loves his newfound fame like Jey Uso. Nobody. That motherfucker looks like he's having the greatest time. He looks like a little kid in Disney World. Like, he's having the best time of his entire life right now. And I'm loving it. Jay is like right now the funnest thing on Raw for sure.
Oh yeah.
So, um, I found it funny that Jay came out last. Also,
Well, I kind of expected it. Whoever was going to be the first guy in would be the last guy to come out. Um, so let's get into this match. It started off with Tama Tonga and Jay, who, even though there's like real life fucking bad blood there, they work fucking well together.
Tom Tonga and who?
Um,
Jay? Yeah.
yeah, the Tongas and the Usos have bad blood. There was a Twitter war a few years ago when the Tongas were over in New Japan. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. Obviously, they've buried the hatchet to an extent if they're working together on this show. It was okay. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. Tama Tonga. What the fuck was he on at Survivor Series?
Dude,
That motherfucker was a rabid fucking orangutan. Fucking going around the fucking cage. What the fuck? Dude, I don't care what you do on your off time. But my guy, whatever makes you go the whole fucking night, I need you to calm that shit down. Even if it's fucking Havoc Energy, that's cool. Sponsored, but I need you to calm that shit down. Bring it down some, because you looking like a coked out monkey on the fucking south side of Jacksonville right now. God damn.
Yeah, he's really taken that that to another level. I didn't
Look,
I
when I
didn't
started
see
seeing shirts, then it's fucking over for me.
So CM Punk immediately started off doing CM Punk shit. He slapped fucking Bronson Reed through the cage and started all that shit. That was unscripted.
Yep,
Just
sure
CM
was.
Punk doing CM Punk shit. So those are my notes. Tell me about the match. What'd you think about this one?
Jacob Fatu is the fucking MVP of this match. He is ungodly fucking talented.
Yeah.
He plays every Samoan stereotype to the fucking T. What do
Perfectly.
you mean? What do I mean by that? You show me somebody else in this business other than a fucking Samoan who will have a fucking chair yeet at his fucking head and he fucking jumps right up and goes full fucking umaga on the motherfucker. Only a fucking Samoan can get away with that shit and not get fucking yelled at in the fucking back. His athleticism is next level fucking scary. His fuck. Sorry.
You alright?
Yeah, gallbladder shit. Working through the pain. Work through the pain. His accuracy is fucking like sniper level scary.
Serious.
He is fucking just beyond any and everything a fucking worker should be.
Yeah.
Tongaloa, he didn't fuck up too bad.
He didn't fuck
I'm
up
proud
too
of
bad.
him. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
He
It's a
did
big
good.
stage, and he didn't
My
fuck
boy-
up too bad.
My
Good
boy
on that.
did good. My
Yeah.
boy did good. Yeah. Tamatonga, yeah. He was fucking spot on with everything. I didn't see any fuck ups from him. Solo, he's
He
being
did
solo. I
solo.
mean,
Yeah.
shitty Samoan spikes and Sambo suplexes all around. Bronson motherfucking Reed. Holy shit, my guy. I understand hurting for your art. But you gotta know fucking jumping off a 20-foot cage with your cankles. Something bad was gonna fucking happen, my guy.
Yeah, I sent you the close up, slow down of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like his ankle, it ceased to live. It ceased to exist. Like that shit bent in 3 different ways. It was disgusting.
At one fucking time. And the fact that he walked out
Right?
that night is fucking amazing. He is a fucking beast. Now on the other side, we got Jey Uso. Fucking just flashy, fucking great. Everything fucking hit. Everything was fucking smooth. Jimmy, same fucking thing. They don't miss a fucking beat.
Mm-mm.
My only critique for Jimmy is he needs to do what Jay did and find just a couple more little things to tweak his shit for him to become a little more unique, because he still just feels like Uso number 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, Jay took the spear and he's now using it for a setup. Jimmy used the fucking Samoan spike and use it. You can't fuck it up anymore than Solo does.
Yeah.
You can't. It's physically fucking impossible. My fucking 5-year-old nephew could fucking Samoan spike fucking better than Solo Sikoa. I promise you.
Yeah, it looks horrible. Like he's gotten lazy with it. He's basically just like
That-
meh.
He has. since fucking WrestleMania. Like he just doesn't hit it with the same Chris. He like it's hard to describe. Sami Zayn put his heart and his soul into this, just like he does everything else. It fucking showed. I saw some feedback early on in the night before the War Games where everybody was speculating Sami was going to be the one turning. I'm not going to lie. Towards the end of the match, I saw a couple spots where it could have been possible. I'm glad it didn't go through that way. The one spot, when, and I think I had to send it to you, when Sammy and Jimmy finally did their little fucking handshake thing, and Jay's just in the back like this, like
just doing the
fucking awesome. Priceless shit. It's little shit.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk, you know, this is his first match back since Bad Blood, since Hell in a Cell. Definitely working a more grounded style, a more safe style.
Mm-hmm.
Still looked fucking good. He didn't look too gassed being his first match back. I'm sure he's got ring time between then and now. Roman Reigns. The aura that this man possesses in 2024, you could probably put that shit up between 90s Taker, I would say 98 Austin, and 2001 Rock. It's that fucking aura that he possesses. He's I don't know. There's something about Reigns right now where I feel.
He's got.
To me, it's more of a. It almost feels like he's half-assing in the ring. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know about that, but I do know that what makes Roman Reigns great, and it's not his wrestling ability. I mean, he's a good wrestler, but what makes him great is his pace. What makes him great is the fact that when he's in the when he's on the mic, like the time that he takes to soak everything in, the time that he takes to respond to somebody, his timing, when they say you can't go slow enough, he has perfected that. And it's very difficult because when you're in front of that many people and your adrenaline's pumping, going slow is the last thing that your body wants to do. Yes. So I'm just impressed by that. Obviously being heels, that's our aim to be like that, but he has mastered it. And I think that is what draws so many people to him is just being able to pace like that.
Well,
beyond the fact that he's chiseled out of fucking granite right now and all of that shit, but
well, going back to what you were talking about, his pacing and his timing, I feel since he's come back at SummerSlam, he's really kind of over relied on that a little too much. Where before, when he was running heel, when he was champion and all that shit, you could tell where he kicked it into another gear, and when it was necessary, he brought it back down to that slower pace. He wrestles kind of like how I would, where now he's like just right here. He's just staying at that low pace until like the fucking comeback. Then it fucking comes to the climax. Then the fucking spear. Then it comes right back fucking down. There's definitely been a change in his pace and in the way he fucking wrestles since he's come back. I mean, granted, he's worked. I mean, this is technically like his third match back. I forgot about Blood Money Mania. So yeah, I mean, he's only 3 matches back since SummerSlam. So I don't know if it's just a cardio issue,
but it's not the in-ring thing for me. It's the fact that when it comes to everything else, when it comes to his character acting, when it comes to just the theatrical portion of it, and he's not a great speaker, but he's made it serviceable, and he has that when he gets up to the ring and he goes in and he paces it That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about his movements when it's not go time.
I see. I had to disagree with you there. His promos have come leaps and bounds.
Leaps and bounds,
Leaps and-
absolutely.
we're talking about a motherfucker live on Raw in 2015 said the term, and I quote, "suffering succotash," and try to get that shit over. Where now he's become
I
one
agree
of the
with
biggest
you.
trash talkers in this business, but because now he's back in a babyface role, it's kind of fucking limited him, and it really fucking shows. So I'm thinking from what you're seeing as him being an okay talker, but not like a great talker. When he's heel, he's fucking on.
Yeah, but
When he's babyface, he's limited on what he can do and what he can say.
But as good as he has become, when he's in the ring with the greats on the mic, he's still behind. All right, he's not on John Cena's level still. I mean,
I would argue that, dude, because I saw him and John Cena go back and forth back in fucking 22, and fucking Roman was right fucking there every fucking time. He did not miss a fucking beat when it came to John. Even John, a couple times, had to fucking pause and fucking gather himself.
well,
So again, to me, this is more of, because he's babyface right now, he's limited on what he can do. When he's fucking heel, there's no stopping him.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know why that is such a big deal for me as far as his outside of the ring pacing and his movements and his acting. Like everything is just a perfect storm for him right now.
Oh yeah, and he is a human fucking ATM. As long as fucking bloodline shit's going on, as long as OTC shit's going on, that company's gonna make fucking money.
Yeah.
Loads of money. But anyway, the OGs fucking go over after everybody hits their fucking finish on Solo.
That's something that the bookers at WWE always do well when they're lining up the multi-finisher finishes. Like it always so smooth. It's always so smooth when every one of them hitting their finisher. Punk saving Roman, and then Roman saving Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody meshed. The original OG bloodline all meshed together. Punk, lended his services, for the night and did a great job. But yeah, they all.
And this all goes back to what we talked about at the beginning of the show: the consistency of their storytelling. It's on par with fucking Hollywood films.
Right now it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
All right. So anything else we need to cover tonight?
No,
Cool.
I was planning on some other stuff, but I think we kept this wrestling, and it was a good show.
That's fine. We can cover it next week if we remember it. All
Yeah, I
right.
got
So
show notes. Go ahead and do the pleasantries, my friend.
oh, pleasantries. All right, fine. You pay me good enough for it. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget this coming up Monday night, live Heel Shit Podcast, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. You boys, Dark Chords, Draven Grimes. I don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about yet. We're still up in the air about that. We're getting ready for the big 100, episode 100 of the big surprises there. So it might just be a fuck around, find out kind of night. Yeah. Probably more likely to just be a fuck around, find out kind of night. If that's good with you, it'll be good with me. We'll just talk about whatever fucking comes up. Come back here next Thursday, same time, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. We'll do Talking Shit with, again, your boys, Dark Chorus, Draven Grimes, where we'll find out what the fuck Dark wanted to talk about this week. He probably be talking out his ass like he does all the time, and I'll be talking out my ass like I do all the time. Fuck it. And let's see. Don't forget to find us on all the social media platforms at Heel Shit Podcast or at HSP, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Discord, Reddit, all every fucking one. Even MySpace somehow, some way. He's figured that out. Let's see.
Live streaming the MySpace right now, bro.
Yeah, circa 2005.
They've come a long way.
Yeah.
They have live streaming capability now.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the merch.
The merch.
Is
Beautiful.
We have some good shit coming up for the Christmas holidays. Stay tuned for that. As for right now, we have the Heel Shit Podcast merchandise. We have Forbidden Kingdom merchandise, Retro Dark Chords, Retro Dream Guns. Actually, we have new Dark Chords merchandise on the fucking Streamlabs merch site as it stands. Good top quality shit. We also have the Fuck Logan Paul shirts in the uncensored and the censored one for the snowflakes that can't walk around with the word fuck on their shirts. Unfortunately, you missed the Black Friday sale. Everything's back up to regular costs, but we'll probably have a Christmas sale going on.
Well, let me give that one caveat. This design on YouTube merch, I forgot to change the prices. So they're still at Black Friday prices. They're at cost.
You fucking failed me.
Hey, I might change it tomorrow. I might not. This design will never be cheaper than it is right now on the YouTube store. Just say that.
Fair enough. Take advantage of it while you can. Let's see. We did that. We did this. That. I think. Like 98% sure we're good. So fuck it. The 2% kiss my ass. Take us home.
All right. Well, thank everybody for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. For Draven Grimes, I'm Dark Chords. This has been Heel Shit. Why do we call it that? Because bad guys do heel shit. Peace.
Heel Shit Podcast, where the bad boys reign, never following the norm.